and take it if you want it. Come and take it if you think you can. Come and take it, but I warn you, you'll have to pry it from a cold dead.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are here to talk about the first of several HTM knives, Hand-Tech-Made, made in America. It's a Daryl Ralph, Greg Lightfoot company. They've got some fantastic knives, and I have 4 of them coming your way. This is the first of 4. And this one, specifically, is the Greg Lightfoot Bullwhip. Bam! So, this is what you get in the box. Comes with a really nice knife cocoon for the storage of your blade. Take care of it, keep it nice and clean, keep it from getting dinged up, however you store them. So it's really nice that all the HTM knives come with these really nicely padded, well-made cocoons. So, got that out of the way. Let's get that out of here. So, bam! There it is. This is the Greg Lightfoot Bullwhip. I really, really dig this knife. It's just really cool looking. Fits really well in your hand. Just a sexy ass blade all around. So let's get some specs out of the way. Overall, we've got 8 1/4 inches, running a 3.5 inch blade with a 4.75 inch handle. Weighs in at a whopping 5.6 ounces, and honestly, it feels a lot less than that. It doesn't feel like it weighs that much. It feels very, very light. This one is running the 154 cm blade steel, made in America, American steel, with military type 3 hard-coated aluminum scales. So this is all machined aluminum. Really, really nice. It is tip up, tip down, right hand only for this one. So sorry all you dirty lefties. You're gonna have to deal with it on this one. The frame inside is there's a stainless steel liner embedded into the aluminum, and it is a liner lock knife. So that's all the specifics that we got out of the way. There's 2 ways to deploy this blade. You could either use the thumb studs, or you can use the little bullwhip flipper. Either way, it flips out with authority. It is assisted. It's a spring assist. See if you can, there you can see the spring right there on the inside of the top liner. It's a really simple spring mechanism. This way, if you ever work on your own knives, it's really not that hard. This is not the pivot screw. This is just a backer. This is what the screw screws into this side. The pivot is actually under the clip right here, so if you reverse the clip, you would actually have access to the pivot screw, which is just a regular Torx screw there. So you can actually work on this knife. The knife is completely removable. You take these 2 out, take the pivot, this one and that one, and the whole knife comes apart with 5 screws. So it's not as crazy looking as you thought it was going to be. It is all American made. It is just a really, really beautiful knife. This is the black version. There's also a gray edition handle one. I know it looks gray, but it's not. It is black. I've seen the gray one, and it is definitely gray looking. The blade is, they call it a clip point, but I call this more of a clip point recurve, because it definitely has a recurve to that blade. You can see it goes whoop. So it's really a clip point recurve. It's got a nice swedge on the top that they did. Comes to a really nice diamond point. So you almost have a Tonto, but you don't have a Tonto blade. So it's a clip point Tonto recurve combo blade is how I'm gonna dub this one. So you've got that piercing ability, but you still have that fighting utility, where if you catch, you're going to cut and then cut deeper on your pull through, and that's what a recurve is for. But you're also going to have that nice traditional clip point, so if you need to do any food prep or any just basic cutting task, you're still going to have a nice blade to do that with. You've got a really nice high grind on this. Comes to a really, really nice traditional V grind for that blade. He said it is a liner lock, reversible clip, and it just fits in your hand nice. It just feels good. You know, and it's like I said, it says it weighs 5.6 ounces, but I don't even think it weighs that much. I think this is much lighter than that. I could find my scale, but it's buried somewhere, so we're not going to bother. But all in all, you've got a really, really just beautiful knife. I mean, so we could talk about this in comparison to some of the other ones that are coming up, specifically the gun hammer. So we've actually got a DDR Daryl Ralph gun hammer, and right here you've got your Greg Lightfoot Bullwhip, so you can see the difference in sizes. This is actually a full-size gun hammer. This is coming up, so just to throw that in there. But all in all, guys, you've got a cool knife. I don't know if you guys are knife collectors, but I'm actually a collector. I like to buy stuff that I can add to my collection that's cool. It's a little harder to get sometimes. I know this the Daryl Ralph knives, the HTM knives, are kind of a hit and miss with a lot of people. I've seen some really great reviews about these, and I've seen some really bad reviews. Some people are like, oh, it's not tactical enough, it's not this, it's not that. I would love to meet someone who actually has any real tactical role use of their knife in day-to-day life, who's not a deployed military member in some form of, you know, the Spec Ops world, or, you know, the Rangers, or somebody like that that's actually going in and, you know, doing like a takedown kill with their blade. I mean, that happens so few and far between, I'm sure, in that, you know, special operations world, that it's a joke. And then you get YouTubers who are like, oh, you know, it's a tactical knife, it's a tactical. I'm so sick of that tactical crap. Knives are not tactical, guys. Knives are useful. They're collections, they're art, they're usable. I mean, so that's kind of how I view this. It's not something that I'm going to be worried about, oh, can I take this out and can I take a dude down with it? Or is that blade shape going to be, you know, hindering me if I have to take a guy out? You know, that's such a crock. This is just a beautiful piece of art right here. Machined, American made, American craftsmanship and quality. You know, HTM has just some of the most quality knives on the planet, and their friggin' warranty is unbelievable. Anything could happen. These guys literally just replaced the knife, no questions asked. I mean, you know, I called up HTM the other day, asking if inquiring about how to convert my assisted gun hammer to the manual only, if I could just literally take it apart and take the spring out. And, you know, I left a message, and, you know, within an hour or two, freaking Daryl Ralph himself calls me to talk to me about it and says, you know, basically, hey, you want to convert it, you know, just send it in. I'll take care of the shipping. I'll send you a label. You send it to me. I'll have my guys convert it for you and switch the bearings out, switch the pivot system out so that it's smoother on the non-assisted manual, and we'll send it back to you. He's like, I won't charge you a thing for it. You know, and I was like, that's really awesome. You know, what company could you call where the main guy is going to pick up the phone and call you back? That doesn't happen with Spyderco or Benchmade or any of that. But with HTM, I freaking left him a voicemail, and an hour or two later, I got a call from freaking Daryl Ralph. I mean, that's just the kind of company and the kind of, you know, knives that these guys make, and that's why I'm willing to spend the kind of money that a Daryl Ralph knife, a HTM blade, is going to command. You know, this knife is coming in at the $260 price point, but then again, for the machining, the anodizing, you know, the hard coating that they did, the blade steel, all American made parts. They only make, you know, a limited amount of these knives. They don't have a massive production run. So you're paying, one, to get a cool piece of collectible art, two, to get a really functional, beautiful knife, and three, you're getting that handmade American quality. And honestly, Greg Lightfoot is one hell of a designer. I mean, this thing is literally beautiful. From the way it opens, to the way it feels in your hand, to here, just listen to that. Authority. I mean, that comes out with authority. And no, it's not the most lightning fast knife on the planet, but it just comes out with authority, as Carvin would put it. So here, one more time. We'll do it with the thumb studs. Bam! Authority. So you could add this to your collection and you could have a sexy, sexy knife. The only drawback, this one is not a pocket, doesn't have a lanyard hole. It's the only thing about it I wish they had was a lanyard hole in it. But hey, nothing's perfect. Every knife is what it is, and this is a beautiful piece right there. So again, the HTM Greg Lightfoot Bullwhip.
So you best not cross that line. If you want this gun, you gotta come through us and take it one shot at a time.